All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Ready as you'll ever be.
You're live, Brad.
I
Give us a
am.
second.
Yep,
We see you, Josh. Ready as you'll ever
There we
be.
go. There we go. I was watching my TV to see if it
you're
was
live.
working. Hey guys, so one of the new things for Tamaya this week is that the next year they're putting out the Top Force, the green one again, which is nice if anybody hadn't gotten it the last re-release. I would have liked both Evo or that one. Uh, I hear they're a good. I hear they're actually one of the better buggies, four-wheel drive buggies to drive from them. So, uh, and there's tons of hop ups for both of them. So that's this brief news on Tamaya.
Where'd you get that information?
The
I
surgeon.
got it from RC Kicks.
Ah, I haven't watched him in a few
Video of
days.
it. He put out. He put a thing out. He didn't do a video. He just put a thing out. Oh.
The surgeon is now in the building.
I guess that makes sense. They'd be coming out with that.
I was
You're
hoping
going to
Mr.
sell a
Burns
lot
would
of
be
them
here.
again. People love the Top Force.
I wonder how much cheaper it'll be than the Evo.
I'm going to say $50 to $100.
I paid too much for my Evo when it came, and they're down around 425, $400 right now.
I thought they went up because I don't think they're making them anymore for the moment.
I don't know. I double check. I saw one in a hobby shop for 425.
That one, the other, I think the other Evo is going to be in the $300 range. I mean, the other
Top horse.
Top Force, yeah. But Keith would love it because it's all green.
You think they'll paint it or keep it clear?
They may have some kits that it may have painted bodies. They sometimes have ones that have painted bodies and not.
I like that.
So do I. My next car I'm building, I won't have to send to Adam because my former aide put the decals on the painted body on the Super Storm Dragon. So I don't need to do that. Hey, Joe.
Decals I don't mind as much as taping and
I,
painting.
I don't
I've
have a
gotten
steady.
good at it.
I don't have a steady enough hand for the decals either. I'm always afraid I'm going to put it in the wrong spot and I'm going to rip them. It just frightens me.
Well, I do the thing where I trim it out and I cut the paper, peel it off, cut it, and stick it back on so I can stick down one half the decal and then pull the backing off and stick down the other half. It seems to work pretty well.
Josh, you got any new news on the hobby?
Um, did you run your Gorgon this weekend, or was that last week, man?
Yes, that was Saturday.
Why
What do
don't
you
you talk
think?
about that before we get going into the news?
Yeah.
I used the battery it came with. I wanted to try it with its original battery before I put and I only wanted to run one battery. So uh, that battery got really hot. I thought it bent inside the thing. I thought it kind of bent it from the heat.
Really?
Yeah, but it's still attached, so it'll still work. But I know that battery will fit in my ground pounder. So I'm hoping to get that to be used in my ground pounder, get a little more speed out of it. Yeah, the next time I drive it, I'm gonna be running a lipo in it. But
Did
it
you
was
did, did
it
you
was
break in the motor at all, or did you just go for it?
I just went for it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's more stable than you think. It's not as top heavy as people think it is. It likes to squat, so it lowers its center of gravity a lot.
Yeah.
And
How long did your battery last?
I want to say more than 15 minutes.
With the Nimai?
Yeah, it was a 3300, and I think it lasted close to 20 minutes when you break up all the videos.
Did Did you charge it with the included charger, or did you use one you had?
I used my S155, and it does, believe it or not, that NIM battery has a little center wire in it between the two main wires, and it knows right away. It's a smart battery, even for a
Right.
NIM.
Uh,
And it took forever. It automatically charged it at 1 amp, and it took forever to charge. And I didn't want to charge it any faster because you know how fast a NIM gets hot if it's charged at a higher amperage. I mean,
yeah, what is the rule of thumb on those?
Uh,
Like 2 amps per.
no, I used to do when you did wanted them done in 15 minutes. They were done. They were done in like 2 amps, I think. I don't know if I want to change the parameters of the setup in the system because the system knows what it's doing.
So you probably wouldn't run.
I mean, eventually
Yeah.
gets when it gets to 99%, it stays there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then
It's
eventually you
peaking
get and then eventually gets hot, warm.
Yeah, they do get pretty warm at the end. I've seen.
Yeah, mine do get warm too.
Because like what with lipos, you can do one. They tell you to do one seat, like one times the milliamp hours for amp per amp
1 amp
charging
for
rate.
every 1,000.
Yeah.
If I have a lipo that's 4,000 milliamp, I put it on 4 amps.
I think you can do
That's
like
what I
twice
hear
as
is the
much if
rule.
you want, but
That's what I hear is the rule of thumb.
1 amp per 1,000 milliamps, right?
Yeah,
So for a nickel metal hydride, what is it?
1 amp for them.
Like
Oh,
half that? Just 1 amp
Yep, it took
in general?
several hours to fill at 99%.
Yeah.
It fills up quickly to 99%. I mean, it's not as slow to 99%, but then it stays at 99% and just wants to trickle it in there for a while. So
I can't believe what I just did. Damn it.
What did you do
Uh,
now?
I'm working
thought
with
I did-
clay and I accidentally got paint on my hand and I put paint all in the fucking clay.
I was surprised. I thought I would get more responses to the video since it was a Gorgon and everybody's like, run the Gorgon. I can't wait for you to run the Gorgon. I can't. Didn't get as many.
I gave you some response.
Yes, you did.
What did you
And
say?
the guy from Australia said, "How was running the gherkin?" I go, "What?" He says he heard that I don't like that from you, Keith. Thank you. But he
I
said
felt
it's a
bad
Gorgon
for the
later.
guy that made him go. His buddy had to go get it all the time. Like, give him an RC to run, man.
Hey,
You were
Keith,
running it pretty far away. Like when you run in the baseball field, it's easier to see you do kind of maneuvers and things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but I
run
didn't
far
run it.
away too, Brad.
Well, I didn't do it in a baseball diamond because I like running my monster trucks with the better background.
hey Keith,
Yes, sir.
I haven't sent out your box yet because I have a
10 amps all
surprise
day.
for you.
Okay.
Are you ready? You want to see it?
Yeah. Oh,
There's your cab.
okay.
It's 84%.
What cab is that?
It's the
Thank
Chevy
you.
COE that he wanted.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that, Josh.
Are you gonna
How
break
long
out
does
the
it take?
supports?
How long did it take?
Right
It's
now,
84%, you said, right?
it's 84%, but it's been printing about 2 days right now.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that should take a long time.
Wow. So he wanted a new cab for his
For the
Semi?
semi,
Yeah.
it
I
should
was
be
gonna
really
say,
close.
Really
It
close.
should- like I measured mine and I spread it out as much as I could to fit on my bed.
Yeah.
So it should be really close to what.
I'm gonna put them 2 motors you printed in there anyway, so I'm gonna do some work on it. So
Yeah.
Instead of putting it down like this, going upwards level, you put it doing it upright, going tall.
Yeah.
you know what I was gonna use? I was going to use one of Tracy's bedpans because they have that same kind of angle that comes around.
Right. Hopefully a new one.
Yeah,
Unused, fresh out of the package.
hopefully.
What was wrong? What's wrong with your other body, Keith?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to make a serious road warrior truck. So the body ain't really worthy of pulling that tanker. Don't have no armor on it or anything. So
Oh, you're making a fuel tanker?
I already made the fuel tank. Well, I bought the
Okay.
fuel tanker. I bought
Yeah,
the
he bought the most expensive tanker they make because it's all aluminum.
and fucked it
Yikes.
all up. I got turrets on it and blades and people throwing tires off it and all kinds of shit, man.
So, anything else? I mean, anybody else have something to talk about for the show today?
See what I'm making now?
Um, I painted a body for the first time and I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you. We
What
you mean
body?
backing with paint?
Yeah, I was
That
going
one
to
right
back
there.
it with white.
Yeah,
What
back it
body?
with white, it'll keep the same color. If you back it with black, it'll turn it dark.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
What body?
The
Right there.
Rampage
Ah,
and
the
the
Kyosho?
paint. Yeah, it's a Kyosho Rampage. The paint is PS8 and it looks nothing like the cap.
Was that
It's hard to
that
see
looks
it,
like
but
that looks
It's
is that
because it's
metallic green?
see it? It's different.
yeah, it looks different, don't it?
Yeah.
He still likes it. It's green.
I like it. It's the exact color I wanted.
Yeah.
So
Is it
I
green
just got to get
metallic? Like,
another can and kind of touch it up inside a little bit more. I ran out.
is it the same color that you put on the top force?
No, my top force came. No, this one. This is no the top force is a metallic green.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
metallic
dark
green, but he still likes it.
yeah, of course he does.
What's up, John?
It's like a candy green almost. The top force.
Yeah.
It's like Duckman's motorcycle green.
Candy.
Oh
John,
no,
hey,
it's
John.
totally different than that. This is more of a lime.
This was two different greens I had.
Yeah.
See that? One of them more blue.
Yeah, the one on
Where
the
did you
right.
build it? When did you build the Rampage?
I built it a while ago, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. And I built that ESC tray and frame reinforcement for it. And then I put these are real heavy crawler wheels. I don't know if I'm going to keep them, but they look real nice. They're like 50 grams heavier each than the stock wheels.
You know the Rampage people. You know they work really well when you have a gyro in them. You really get a lot of control out of it.
Yeah, I got the gyro for the GT5 in it.
You set it to take set the gyro up so it's on.
Yeah,
because I noticed a big difference. Shen, he was running.
Yep.
He says it was almost uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Then he put the gyro on it. It just came into.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
It became a more usable.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if the plastic stock gears are going to hold up. I have another set. I do have a team associated spur gear. They say you can put in if you strip out the stock one, but they offer there's some Chinese made metal gear sets you can buy. They're actually steel. You got the diff gear. You got a whole aluminum diff housing with the steel gear, and then the two cluster gears. Sorry, the two spacer gears, and then the spur. You can get the whole set for like $120.
Everything metal in it.
Yeah,
that's going to give a different sound to it.
It already has some sound to it. But I'm running the Sidewinder 4 and a 3800 Castle. I'm going to run it on 2S. Hopefully it holds up. I think 3S would launch this thing. Be too much for it. So
Did you use the stock oil that it came with for the shocks?
yeah, I did. It's got the metal shocks, which are nice. I did notice a flaw with it. I think the steering hits the sway bar link at full lock when you compress the suspension with a sway bar. I don't know if you can see it, but right in
What is
here.
it hitting?
Hey,
Yeah, it'll hit. I can't really show you, but it's not a big deal. It moves out of the way. But
I got a question for you guys. The other day I was riding my 10-2, the back shock came apart and I didn't know it. And I started backing up and the front wheels turned real sharp. Is that the reason why? Because my back shock is off, or you think my servo's messed up too?
It's probably the shock because it probably let that four-link shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, I was backing it up. I'm like, I'm not even turning it, and the front wheels went wham like this, and it's like, holy shit. And then I noticed the shock was off. But I'm like, is my servo messed up at the same time?
possible.
I haven't put the shock back on together. At least I found all the pieces. I was out in the middle of friggin' in the parking lot when it fell apart. So
At least you weren't in one of your mud pits.
Yeah, no kidding.
right, I would have never found anything.
So when I watched Harley design, he says it's amazing that 87 cars came out this year so far. New
Wow.
one. He says, "Are we going to hit over 100 by before the end of the year?" That's what he said.
We still got some time.
Oh, yeah.
Black Friday coming up.
Yeah. It was
That's
at the,
amazing. How many, if it sounds like it, this could be the biggest year of new releases.
I was at the Brakes Plus stuff. I had some good hills over there. Cost me $490 something to get the brakes done, but everything's lifetime warranty except for the labor. So now I can go back if the brakes go or whatever, the rotors or everything. It's all lifetime warranty.
Wow.
You just got to pay for the labor. And I'm like, okay.
Sure, they make them up.
That is.
All right, Brad, do you want to show that body they were talking about?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's green,
Oh.
Keith. I forgot. Green. It's green, Keith. You probably
That
like
1/10 scale? 1/10,
Yep.
Yeah.
Keith likes
12/3.
it.
What's oh
That's its
It's your normal
wheelbase.
10.
1/10 is a very broad
yeah.
range of sizes.
That wouldn't fit on an axial. Was
Yes,
it
it would.
axials? Axials
Yes.
12/3? Oh, okay.
Yes.
That can be.
I
313
thought
millimeters.
axial was longer than that.
And Keith likes it because it's
No.
green. I mean, there's nothing wrong with green and gold. I've
It's not
seen
easy
green
being
and gold.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith loves green.
That's a Ford, right?
It looks like a Ford Ranger, an old Ford Ranger with a cap on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that
But
or
it's
a Bronco.
It's been. Or you mean a Bronco 2?
Well, it's a 4-door, so it's probably an
Or the
Explorer.
Explorer.
Yeah, the front it looks like an Explorer kind of.
But the grill is very similar to all those.
What is that? I think my glasses on. Is that $43?
Yes.
Yeah,
$43.99.
and it's pinched in the front and the rear. It looks like.
Yeah, that looks like more of a comp kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as their Coyote, but it's got a cap on it.
Keith would paint it the same way,
Not gold. I don't like gold.
but you like the green.
Yeah.
Well, this Rampage is 1/10, but it looks like a 1/8 scale.
Believe it or not, the Explorer with that fascia on it, with the Eddie Bauer edition, came with a green and gold paint scheme.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Nice white clay.
I painted my Blackfoot driver, but I forgot to put eyebrows on him. I gave him a handlebar mustache, and I painted his hair, but no eyebrows.
You go back and take a toothpick to his eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. Poor guy.
He shaved them.
He's just browless.
He's
I think I'll-
browless.
I want to
He's done.
shave mine so they'll turn gray.
Yes, the Eddie Bauer edition is what I said. Yes, Joe. I said if I had an Explorer, I would get the Eddie Bauer because I thought it was the nicest special package they had.
Just paying for a name.
No, they had the trim level different than others.
Well, yeah, every car's got trim levels,
Yeah.
but you can get the same trim levels added to the same vehicle that you have or get, and not be an Eddie Bauer edition too.
Yeah, but I think it was cheaper to do it the Eddie Bauer way as a whole.
So I'm not finding that new chassis for the Primal RC. They changed, but Primal RC was supposed to,
The drag one?
the car, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's shown on.
Roller dragster.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a
Changed.
redesign, I guess, on the front of it.
Yeah, but they're not showing the new one. The pictures on their website are still the old style. I don't know where they got that from.
Yeah. I don't know where Josh heard that because he said something on it, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. I just had just enough clay to do that.
Oh, you're still working on that diorama?
Yeah. Shh. We're live though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you the car after.
Yeah.
So this is the new body Brad wanted to show everybody. It's the Bitty Design Aries 1.
Yeah. It has it's a whole conglomerate of different cars. It even has Pagani-esque front end on it.
Mm.
I like that color, the silver and red, and the silver. Actually, silver and black's my favorite.
Does it say for the felony or for the infraction?
Any seventh scale
Fraction
car,
and limit.
Infraction, okay.
and it's very expensive. It's $94.90.
Well, it's a big body, Brad.
Yeah. Let me just tire flat.
Yeah, I was checking with that to see because the difference between the infraction and the felony is the size of the rear tires.
Right.
I like the two gray and silver ones. The gray and silver one.
There's a good picture of it.
Hey, are you planning on buying one, John?
No, I was just curious, Eventually, at some point, the body is going to die, and I'm going to need a new one. So I'm just keeping my eye out on what there is.
Definitely aerodynamic body. They said they made it to be aerodynamic.
Yeah, it's a speed run body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to be fun to paint that one.
I could see Mitchell getting that.
He has his ones he likes from Delta Classic because they're a little thicker.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was about it, other than what we talked about last week with the Proline Freerunner.
Look at the rear end. It reminds me of a Bugatti. It's a conglomerate of many different cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sat down the other night with a couple of these guys here, and we talked about that pre-runner framing and stuff like that, just to go through just what they call for parts. I mean, the top of the line pro line shocks, the suspension, the springs, this, that, all the other, and that, the other. You're talking over $600.
Might as well buy a Baja Ray.
Mm-hmm. You know, like I said, you know, there's ways you can get around that, but you know, if you just did exactly what they called for, you know, the body, the kit, the shit, like I said, the 2 pairs of shocks you need in the front and the pair of shocks you need in the rear that are longer. Like I said, you find out what the length is, you could probably find shocks cheaper than, you know, $70 a pair.
I can't believe it cost $600.
Well, yeah, Brad, I added it all up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, like I said, I went body, I went tires, rims, ESC, shocks. Yeah, it's the complete build just right off their list. And it was over $600.
You know, I mean, just the parts that you need aren't that badly priced. I mean, that, you know, for changing the chassis is not that bad.
Listen, if you had a lot of those parts laying around, it might be worth doing it.
Yeah, but just to go straight at it, if you don't have anything to get into that or do that with,
You
just
have to
to
buy
do
the
just
deadbolt.
what they said is over 600.
Yeah, you'd have to buy the deadbolt just to start, because they don't sell the builder's kit anymore. So you got to spend $300 off the rip.
You know, I'm just saying, if you had if you had the crawler just sitting around, the chassis sitting around with that kit there and whatever parts you had to scrounge up to rehab them chassis rails, you're looking at $600 to do just what they say.
But if you do just what they say, but there's no reason you can't run a 10-2 shock and add a pair of busted ass 10-2 shocks you probably got sitting around that you've taken off as a secondary plunger.
Well, yeah, I realize that, but I'm just saying, just to do exactly what they want you to do, that's $600. It's like, what? You know, $70 a set of shocks, and you got to get 3 sets.
Well, it's obviously better if you want to go out and get one, grab what Nathan's got right there in front of you.
Well, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
That's
$219.
Yeah, that's your cheapest option right there. But it's 2-wheel drive.
The PO show, like the cheapest option.
They're both going to be 2-wheel drive
right now.
True.
You got to pull the front.
It may not have an
I-beam
I-beam suspension in the front, but it's still a good car.
Yeah,
even if
I really like the 1/10 Baja Ray. I've been watching videos on it. It looks pretty nice. The black and gold one. It's nice.
And if you want 4-wheel drive, you can get the U-Tron. It's the new IFS2. It's got the long trailing arms in the back with a solid axle. I have 1800 Fusion in mine, and the thing goes well. They're all going to fall over unless you ran some kind of wild spacers or deep dish wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on that chassis. You know, the Flash has kind of cornered the market on affordability on ripping like that, but their bodies are so big, they're just not scale at all. This is for people that want to build the scale pre-runners, people converting stuff with DR10 A arms, putting them on Ectos and Gatekeeper kits, because you can get the Gatekeeper kit for $269 right now, and it's got the trailing arm set up. They're running longer trailing arms on the Gatekeeper.
Yep.
You know, and there's actually been a bigger market for it because Scale Metal Supplies is doing the Whoopa Cabra, which is based on the Element build, and they're using the crossover suspension on the front, the long trailing arm suspension. But this is for the person that doesn't want to go fab it up. This is here. You can bolt this on, throw and go. Yeah. So it's kind of middle of the market, and it should have been for the 10-3 class or the base camp, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's what I agree on. That's why I asked last week, was the base camp based off of 10-2 or 10-3? Because to me, it seemed like it's kind of like uh, entry level.
Yeah, I mean, why would you bring out a new product for a discontinued chassis?
Yeah,
And I get
that you
it. There's
only
a
have
lot of
one
people that
truck
have
that
them.
you can actually purchase at the moment.
Right. Is there a second one that's the 10.2 platform or not? I know the
No,
deadbolt, but I can't think.
The
Um,
Honcho, Deadbolt, and Cherokee.
and
But the Honcho and Cherokee are discontinued. The only one left is
Right,
the deadbolt.
the
right.
only
right,
thing left is Deadbolt. And they just came out with that because that was on the one.
Right.
and Tank found a generic knockoff pro kit on Amazon.
Right, so you can go
Right.
that.
Yeah, it was what, $160 or $70 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then it's still going to be $500.
But you don't know if it's going to be exactly the same, if it's going to bolt up. You might be drilling holes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clone may not be exact.
Right.
oh shit, hold on, y'all, let me
Time to feed
go.
the snakes so they don't attack you.
No, I told my son we just got back and I forgot I was supposed to hook his game up.
All right.
Uh,
I'm back.
So
But well, Keith, I'll show you what that body looks like without the cap.
Oh, that Ford.
Yeah, so this is the Coyote body. Hold on, let me.
without the SUV in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, without the SUV in the back.
Now these are capper axles,
Oh,
but you
that's not a
see
4-door. That's not a 4-door though.
it's
That's
the
a king
extended cab.
cab. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
really close, but this is a 12.3 wheelbase body, but it's a 13-inch chassis. But you still see it fits well. But it's a comp rig.
Yeah.
It's something to complement the cliffhanger, and
Yeah, that one looks like it was going to be a comp rib too.
yeah, that was a 10.3 kit that they were showing it on. Yeah, but I'm finally getting that truck dialed in.
You know what? I think Joe's the only one in the chat.
Maybe
Huh.
you got
yeah.
you got Tony. That's going to be
Yeah, it's
Tony's
like
live now, right, John?
you got Dirk was in there and said hello.
Yep.
But Chris is on. Tony's on.
Yeah.
It's a busy night.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, what steering angle do you think you get with those Capra axles?
Um,
Yeah. I heard 55. Does that sound right? I don't know if the
that
Vanquish ones are different or not.
the F10s get more. This is
F10s.
about yeah. This is about all I can get out of them.
Is that more than
I'd
45
say
degrees?
now I don't have the bump stops ground off on the. If you take the little bump stop on the front, and there's a bump stop
Mhm.
right here on the axle, you can cut those off. Just Dremel them down or whatever. You get a little more out of it. I think they're close to 49 or 50.
Hmm.
I think the Vanquish you can get like 52 or 53. And like my comp crawler gets my F10s to get a lot more than that.
Really?
Not that that's bad at all, but I'm
Keith is,
also running a little bit of a wheel ridener on the front.
Keith's using all the aluminum foil in his house.
No, I'm using a lot of aluminum foil for my Faraday cage.
So what else could we talk about that's new?
Um, let's see. What was it? The gist was I thought something just came out. Oh, Vanquish just did the Trucks of Fortune. If there's any Vanquish people in here, they just made it live today. $650. You get a $900 value.
What type of crawler does it look like? Do you
So
have
it's not a mystery box, but it's going to be, they have a limited number of the Ultras and Pros. They have a Phoenix straight axle kit. They have the Fordyce and then the Phoenix ready to run. But they're pretty much throwing in wheels and tires depending on which kit you get and all that. You could get axles, metal axles for it, but
so they're giving you a bulk rate on a mystery box.
yeah, I'll be right back.
Who's gonna get
All right.
that?
You can finish your sentence.
Who's going to get the mystery boxes from them?
The two over, they're pricey.
From Vanquish.
Yeah.
Even
they
their
might- they
cabs
might
are like
be-
$80 a piece.
What's that?
Their bodies are not cheap either.
Yeah.
Painted, they're like $80.
The boxes?
The body, like a cab type body.
Oh. Oh. No, you're talking about the mystery boxes.
Yeah, what is that? Mystery box.
I guess you buy
It's,
mystery
it's,
box.
it's like it's like $150 or whatever it is, and you get, sometimes you might get something really great. Other times you might get just the
Plastic
$150.
beadlocks. Plastic beadlocks.
So you just say, hey, I want a mystery box, and when you get whatever you get.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I said, usually sometimes they're decent. There's been times that I can't remember if it was them or whoever.
Emotions.
It was one that was like 20 or $25, and it was like a keychain and something else in it. I can't remember.
So you don't necessarily get a car.
So the truck of fortune is $650.
What's
Is that
that?
how they end?
Truck
Is that how
of
they-
fortune.
Is that how they get?
that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Is that how they get rid of some of their parts bin stuff, and they just drop it into a box?
Sure, they do that.
That sounds like not a great idea.
Well, the consumer.
Yeah, you get people who get it all, buy them up all the time. Shit, they've sold out a couple times, a good many a time.
And some of them get a whole truck.
And some of them get a sticker that says Vanquish on it.
How about the pink axles? You can get those. It's $289.98.
Yeah, but in the mystery box,
No,
it's
you're
something you pay
guaranteed a
lot
truck.
less for it.
You're
the
guaranteed a
truck's a
truck in
fortune.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
The Trucks of Fortune, you're guaranteed a truck. You're talking about the RC four-wheel drive mystery box, which is a
Oh,
mess.
is that the one that was
Yes.
absolute garbage?
Oh, truck of fortune, you get a truck in a mystery box.
Yeah.
It's just going to be one of four
It
trucks.
says-
You could get
It'll be
the
a small one.
$700 Ultra, the $600 and some dollar Pro, the $420 ready to run, the $500 ready to run, and with that you also get wheels, most likely, or you can get metal axles.
How much are the
Mm.
mystery boxes?
$650.
Yeah, it's called Trucks of Fortune. The mystery box is the RC four-wheel drive thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how much are the trucks of fortune boxes?
$650.
$650.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the whole thing is $650 for the thing.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they're making out Unless you get the $700 stuff.
Well,
Then how many
they're
of them
making it
is
a
there?
they're making a $900 value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're making it at a $900 value. Oh,
It's
okay.
well over $1,000 of truck they give you.
Right.
Some of it's discontinued stuff.
Yeah, what like I said, the parts bin stuff that's lying around.
No, it's not parkman stuff. It's limited edition stuff. Like
Ah,
the purple wheels, they don't run. The dark earth wheels, all limited edition type stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
who do you know is actually going to buy a mystery box?
Well, you
Don't
I've
know,
bought two before.
why
So
not
you
if
know,
you're guaranteed it's going to be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like the company and you like their product, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If you're Sean, you would never buy it.
he's got strong opinions. We'll say
Oh,
that.
Sean, yes, he does.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
Especially
like
about
Chevy.
Vanquish.
Vanquish.
Well, and 10-2s. I mean, and the 124 scales. You don't like them either.
It's Vanquish.
What did I say? Vanquish?
So do I.
Tomato.
It's Gorgon.
Yes, according to
Gurgen.
Oh,
no,
you said it
not
right.
a
Gurgen. It's a Gurgen.
It's not gherkins
Oh.
tonight.
So I'm gonna get this rampage running, and I'm gonna be like ripping down the street pretty soon.
Awesome.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Put it
I
on
don't
your
like
YouTube channel.
Yeah, I gotta get someone to do video. Can't
Ah.
video myself.
Sure you can.
Put the camera on.
I
you
don't
can
want
see
it. I
One-handed.
don't want to see you anyways. I want to see the RC.
You don't want to
have
see
the video.
me on video?
Yeah, you don't want to have to video yourself, man.
I did run the CR01 after I modified it. It did a lot better than
I
it had.
didn't see the video on that.
You get a
Yeah,
selfie stick.
I didn't make a video, and I need to do a video.
Does it work really good?
It significant improvements were made with those mods. Yeah.
You can attach it to your controller. You can get a selfie stick.
Yeah, you're right. I can do that. I'm having a hard enough time doing four-wheel steer with the GT5 radio. It's blowing my mind. Turning the knob and doing the freaking thumb thing.
Oh, that's difficult. That's what's on that truck I just showed.
Yeah, it is difficult.
Filming ain't though. Just gonna
Now,
make sure.
what do the
framed.
pros do though? Do they use stick radios?
No, they set it up either with the GT5 or they run a 5-position on it instead of just true moving like
Oh,
with the knob. They set it up on a switch where they hit the button and it goes left between 3 positions back to neutral,
okay.
right back through 3 positions.
Who's a pro?
Huh.
You're a
Can
pro.
I do that on the Noble?
Yes, you would set your steps up on your Noble, like on these switches.
Yeah.
You'd set your steps like at 20%. So every time you hit it, it would move 20% of the servo. And
Okay.
you'd hit the other one to bring it back.
So you can have it. So you use each one of these paddles to have it index one direction or the other.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Yeah, the
God,
two
you're
knob
so
thing, I
slow.
can't handle that.
That just sucks.
Like this, it's like really,
Yeah. You got your thumb steer, right?
yeah.
That's how I do it. The thumb steer. And I usually just stop as I'm adjusting the back because it's technical to get around to.
Yeah.
My ground pounder, I press a button and it just goes into that setting.
Yeah, I
Well-
could do that too.
Yeah, he can put it on the mode where it'll crab or turn with it.
Mhm.
But he's trying to turn it independent to make it like if he wants to walk up a wall, but not gradually or however he wants to do it. But yeah,
I
like
sometimes find the ground pounder uh, um, radio a little difficult to set up. I think I need to bring down the steering rate so it doesn't flip as easily.
Yes, the dual rate.
Yeah,
Yeah, some radios can be pretty tricky.
I have to set it up for all of them, I think. Oh, bye, Joe. Are you the only one in the chat room?
see you, Joe.
There, Joe.
Later, Joe. Nathan, you say the pros do it. You're a pro.
No, not even close.
I don't believe that, man.
Did you set up dig on that too, or just 4-wheel steer?
Can't do dig on it.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go get my
The
clay.
only thing it has is advantage it has is 4-wheel steer. It can't dig. It can't do any freewheeling or anything. It's, both axles are locked together.
Right.
No underdrive, overdrive, or anything. So yeah, 4-wheel steering's all it can do. It's its only advantage of, only way to be any way usable because the steering angle is not too good, even though I've improved it.
Right.
Hey, Hakeem, when did you get the Grom? You're muted. You're muted. When did you get the Grom?
Oh, Guru?
Yeah, he got a Grom.
Today.
Oh,
What's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, today.
what color did you get?
Red, white, and blue. I dropped a video today. I know you don't never watch it because you got to get notified. I just go to people's channels and check to see what they have.
I go through channels. I know I'm sub to you. I didn't see yours pop up.
You just don't make it to G.
It doesn't go in order.
Yeah, they didn't have my Max 5.
Oh, they did?
No. No. And I asked him when they was getting some more in, and he was like, "Do you want to order one?" And that to me doesn't make any sense. I can order shit off of the internet myself.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, when are you going to run your Grom?
Let him know, Brad.
When he gets a chance, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been able. You've been working so hard. You haven't been able to play with anything.
Right.
You still traveling to Columbus every day?
That wasn't every day.
It was just those couple days you're down here.
Yeah, it was for the gun show and then the helicopter show, and then I just left yesterday because I was at the downtown Hilton.
The Catalina wine mixer.
Mm-hmm.
The Catalina wine mixer, your helicopter show.
Did you see any Magnum Research 50 caliber shotgun pistols? Have you seen those? You know the Desert Eagle? They make a shotgun slug, a little stubby shotgun shell pistol now.
Yeah, me and my dude just saw it on YouTube last week.
That's sick, right?
I hear a slug from a shotgun can travel 75 yards, which is pretty good for a shotgun.
I don't know the range.
75
pretty
yards.
accurate.
is
They're
a
very
lot for a
accurate.
shotgun. That's a lot for a shotgun. You're going 3/4 of a football field. You could hit someone. It's what it comes down to. Right.
I've been shot by a 12 gauge.
Well, here we go. Story about how Keith almost died.
No, could have got my eye out though. Guy next door across the street was shooting. You're not supposed to shoot across the street. And I hear this
No.
pow, pow, pow. Then there's I'm like, what in the hell? And I walk outside and I hear it again, and all of a sudden I feel little BBs hitting the top of my head. What the fuck? I was shooting a shotgun across the street.
You're lucky you didn't die.
Could have put my eye out. Since you know you put your eye out.
Right.
And it was between the Grom and the Gorgon, and I really don't like that Gorgon.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't like the Gorgon. I like my Gorgon.
I don't say I don't like it. It's just not for me. It's a nice RC. It's something I would get my nieces, nephews, possibly my son. But me just going in there to buy it, and it's like, why?
I mean, I personally think you get a decent amount for the price, though. That's definitely from Arma. That's you get a lot of vehicle. I mean, for what it's capable of.
Yeah, but it would possibly purchase. The argument was, if I bought the Grom, would I actually play with it? Yes, because that can fit in my backpack. So the next time I go to Columbus and want to run some footage, I can whip that little thing out and actually, because it's not always crawler type area where I'm at.
It's a small basher is what it really is.
Right.
But
Right.
and you're all about the small scales right now. So
All scales with me, bro.
but you've been focusing more on the smaller scales.
I have not. I've been focusing on RCs. Again, run my shorts back, and the last car I put up, besides this Grom, which is 118th, was the 115th 8S Arma. 1/5. I've been playing with my 5th scales. I do shorts on that because literally, if I'm at work, I can stuff this in my book bag and drop some footage. I can't put a 8S Arma in my book bag.
Yeah, well, so you're gonna do that with your Grom. The Grom fits in your book bag.
Yeah.
I wonder if
John is the. Go ahead, Brad.
I'm wondering if it'll do decent in a half-inch of snow. The Grom. I mean, you've got big enough tires. Also, might float on the snow because it's light.
It's not that light of a car.
Oh, well,
I wish I knew somebody who had what I do, Sergeant J. We're gonna get him to actually weigh them, because I would say the Grom almost weighs as much as the Gorgon. Because the
Ain't you got
Gorgon,
no food scales you can set it on?
huh?
Ain't you got those food scales you can set it on?
No, I don't have food scales.
yeah,
I have no need for any type of scale.
I mean, at work.
he's gonna put that
Bruh.
on his scale at work.
There's no need for a food scale at work. I cook for hundreds and thousands of people. We're not food scaling. That's for like ownership. If they're on a diet, then in which case it's probably a food scale inside of the chef's office. But again, I don't have a Gorgon. I'm talking about a weight comparison of weight.
The Gorgon's
that
heavy.
Grom is
The
pretty
Gorgon's
heavy for its size.
Gorgon's heavy.
Well, it's got all the same electronics, just a little more compact.
Yeah.
Wish I could
I can
find my
believe it.
wire.
I believe that there's going to be some videos of it running in the snow. I can guarantee that.
Oh, there's gonna be.
I believe there's
sure.
going to be videos of everything that came out this year running in the snow because they know that's going to be huge. So
Yeah, I'm gonna put the paddles on the razor if it snows enough, and we'll have it out there. It'll razor ray.
hell, I
I
said
don't
that
know.
to
You don't get
John
as much.
last week when it snowed here. If I could have got off work in time before
Right.
the snow melted, I was going to run my pro moto in the snow and be the first to drop that bed.
Yeah.
But
John could have, but he breaks his promoter all the time.
No, mine's running.
Is it running now?
Oh yeah, it's running. It's got a.
$500
It's got the hot
back
shot
into it.
dirt tire. It's got the hot shot. It's got the hot shot dirt tire on it right now.
Oh, I did see you last night in Tony's video talking about running that.
Yeah.
Keith,
Were
you're
you gonna-
using up all my old filament.
Oh, is that a bad thing?
No, I just had like small rolls. Like it burned up my whole roll I had going. I just changed another roll out when I got home from work, and then I just swapped another one on right now.
What were you going to say, Josh?
What do you mean?
When I was talking to Hakeem.
I was gonna ask John if his uh bike was done. 'Cause I knew he broke it at the skate ramp, and then I hadn't seen any video of it recently. You've been out with the
I've been out.
UTV 18, right, John?
Oh, I've been out. I've been out with everything.
I'm behind on videos, and yes, I haven't watched yours yet, Hakeem. I'll own it. I've been slammed with work. I had to file felony charges on a fellow that decided to run for a half an hour and 20 some miles and go through ditches and stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
nice.
You weren't in the car with chasing after him, were you?
No, no, I was at home in bed when this was going on,
Ah,
but I'm the one that's got to file the charges.
that's a felony flea.
fleeing in a loop.
Yep.
I've come across that charge once or twice.
I saw a woman getting pulled over, and she just kept pestering him, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And then she just decided she had it, and she took off and went to her mom's place, and they arrested her there.
You'll have that.
yeah, you can't get away with a CB, man.
No, they followed her to the house, so they and they arrested her in front of her kids. Not that you saw the kids see her, but you gather they.
The only good thing about that is, did they tow the car?
No, she had an accident.
No.
She as she was parking the car and she hit over the curb. She hurt her mother's car. This is so messed up. She messed up her mother's car.
My dad was in this accident one time. There was this trailer truck parked on the side of the road, and he stopped. The guy in back of him slammed into him, and the guy in back of him slammed into him because he didn't even stop. The guy in back, the guy that hit my dad, didn't even put his brake lights on. He got out, looked around the car, got back in the car, put in reverse, smashed into the car and back of him, and just drove home.
Well,
The guy that hit my dad.
I was in a multiple car accident years ago.
Like, fuck,
Did you
man.
cause it?
I got two cars pushed into me. Guy was going 40 miles an hour. This is out by Guru's neck of the woods back in the day. This guy was in this Monte Carlo, an older one, an 80s, or it might have been a Pontiac Grand Prix. And there was two cars behind me. I was waiting to turn into somewhere, and he hit one car, and that one car hit that other car in the back of me.
You shouldn't have stopped so suddenly.
Last wreck I got into, this damn little
didn't.
kid came across the road and hit
I
me with
didn't.
the laser.
Actually, it was the guy who's way back of us. But actually, the woman who hit me.
Brad, I'm messing with you.
He's like,
The woman
I'm late
behind
for
me got a
my.
ticket for hitting me too.
stupid kids like, I'm late for my SATs. I said, you went across 3 lanes of traffic and you fucking hit me, you idiot. Are you gonna sue me for your damage? I didn't have no damage at all. His light was all smashed up. His car was all, he hit the corner of the Blazer, man. It was metal. Just get the fuck out of here.
Nate, what's your next car to build?
Me?
Yeah. The Top Force.
Well, that's built. I just haven't run it.
Ah.
I got a lot of projects that are half built that I need to finish building. So the Rampage is being worked on. I'm pretty much done with the CR1. I'm probably going to work on maybe my Monster Beetle, finish that up.
I've seen Monster Beetles run in the snow. They can run pretty good in it,
Yeah.
especially with the spiked chevrons.
Yeah, those tires wear fast. You got to not run them on the pavement, or you're going to be.
I never run. I don't. I try not to run any of my buggy tires on pavement.
Yeah, it just eats them.
I mean, that's why I take the monster trucks to gravel because they can last longer on such surfaces.
Yeah, the Tamiya oval block, they last a while on the pavement, but not many others do.
I like the oval block. I have that on my wild one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're great.
Those are also on the original Hot Shot.
Yeah, yep.
I would have preferred them to put those tires on my Super Hot Shot, but they didn't.
Are they on anything else?
I think there are more cars that they have them on, but I can't remember what.
They're on the Fox in the rear.
Yeah, the Fox. I would love a Nova Fox. That's actually a pretty decent truck. That thing runs pretty good.
What's the car they just came out with, the door wedge? That they're on that, I think. You know, the silver. What is it? Can't even remember the name of it.
Oh, the Super Saver.
Yeah, I think it's on that. It's on the Boomerang also, and it's on the Bigwig. They all use those tires.
Yeah.
What tires?
The Tamiya oval block.
The oval block tires. They're on the for Tamiya. They're like a rally tire.
Hey, I made Nate the host. It's good chatting with y'all. I got to work in the morning.
Okay.
Josh. All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Bye, Josh. Thanks.
You loudy, Josh. Thanks, man.
So, I wish they would use them. I mean, they use them on a lot of cars. I just wish more cars had them.
Yeah, they're a weird size. They don't fit the larger rims, so they don't fit on like a TT02B very well. I've tried putting them on there, or at least I put smaller wheels.
I had to find my wire.
Like I said, I want to do the independent rear suspension mod with the A arms instead of the swing arms on the Monster Beetle. But that'll be later. And I'm starting to want to do those types of mods to my Grasshopper.
Oh, I don't know if I'll ever do such a thing on one of my Grasshoppers.
Well, I have 2 Grasshoppers. Maybe I'll get a Hornet and do it to a Hornet. I don't know. They're cheap enough. But I got a lot of kits to build.
You got a Terra Scorcher to build too, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. It's winter. We'll figure something out.
All of them Tamiya.
Yeah. All my unbuilt kits. Yep.
Except for the Kyosho he just built.
Oh, that was a Rampage kit.
Yeah. The Rampage is a kit.
Is like a semi-built kit.
They sell those?
Yeah, they sell them still. They're like $220 or something. The Pro kit.
It's actually one of the cheaper Kyosho cars.
So that's not an RTR that's going for 219. That's a kit.
Depends. The one that says Pro is like a semi-built kit. The one that, and there's no, it comes with better shocks and metal skid plates and something else. I think that's it.
So it's such a realistic.
It comes with two extra spare tires instead of one, like that.
Okay.
Usable tires.
The RTR, I think, just comes with an 60 amp ESC and a 15 turn motor, and then your typical Kyosho big radio. And then it doesn't come with metal shocks. It doesn't come with chrome wheels. Yeah, that's the other thing. These have chrome wheels. The RTR doesn't have skid plate. It has plastic skid plates.
Technically, the Pro's just a better vehicle all around. It has upgraded stuff already on it.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, but there's some differences. The shocks are way better. That's the big thing. It's like $100 just to buy the shock. Just over $100 just to buy the shocks. So.
And you're getting a bulk rate then for the kit.
A what?
A bulk rate because the shocks are so much cheaper for the kit because they're only paying $219 for it.
Yeah. And it's such a huge body compared to most 1/10s. It's definitely looks like 1/8 scale.
Well, it's based on a full-size truck, like a 150. In the
Yeah,
sense
but if you put it next to a Blackfoot body, it's like the Blackfoot body is tiny. So it's like
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're both supposed to be 1/10 scale.
Yeah.
So what?
Oh,
you
okay.
use the 70.
What?
You use the one that you use the circle headlighted front end on it, not the double.
I haven't put the grill on it yet.
Well, there's two of them it came with.
This is the one I want to use. It's looks like a Dodge or a. I don't care for
That's
the
from
Chevy.
it has a 70s look and an 80s look. That's an 80s look.
And then I've seen I bought the Traxxas F 79 grill for their Bronco that I've seen people graft on. I might try to do that. I don't know because it's a lot nicer looking grill. The Ford 79 F-150. We'll see. I don't want to hack it up too bad. So I'm probably not going to be buying any kits until next year. We'll see.
You got it.
There's a few I'd like, but I can't buy them right now.
You said you have the regular Top Force, not the Evo.
No, mine is the Evo.
Okay.
Yep. And I built it, but I haven't run it.
And what kits are those?
Behind me?
No, the few that you would.
The ones that I want?
Yeah.
I know there's a few kits. I block them out of my mind. Let me think. I try to block it out of my mind so I don't get tempted. But I was considering getting the Red Cat Ascent, but I would like to get a more serious crawler at some point. But I'm gonna have to wait on that. And I like the Baja Ray 2.0. That's pretty nice. There's a lot of big dollar kits that I like that I just can't justify. So I don't own any Techno. I like that Techno pre-runner truck. There's a few Tamiya kits I'd like to get.
Like the BTO one?
Yep.
And the MBO one?
I don't know.
If you're going to get the BTO one, you might as well have the M version of it.
I got my one on-road car, the TTO 2B SRX, TTO 2 SRX. I got to build that. I got to get a body for that. I bought some crappy drifter looking body, like a RX-7 body. I don't like it. I got to figure out a body to buy. Let me see. Here's that.
I don't know how much the BTO one is going to cost. I wonder if it's going to be around $200 or 180. It's going to be more than the NBA
I
one.
bought one of these. I don't know if it's all right, I guess. It's like 20 bucks or something. Probably run this for a while.
Yeah.
It's an RX-7.
Yeah.
Dusty one. Maybe I'll paint it. But the decals they put under the paint, under on the inside, and then they paint over it. The decal.
Yeah.
It's weird. I never seen that before. It's an R spec. I'd like the BBX buggy. I'd like
Oh, I would love to have that.
I wouldn't mind having a TD2 or a DT2.
Oh, a DTO two.
DT2.
Yeah, DTO two.
The
buggy.
the astute, the super astute, the new one.
The super. Okay, the TD2.
TD2, yeah. Did I say DT? Yeah.
The DT.
And Brad kept on saying O2.
We were both watching that one.
I take it those was all Tamaya's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't know none of what you was talking about. That shit was like sports.
Yeah. I would like to get the Turbo Optima Special Edition prototype.
From Kyosho.
Optima Mid, yeah. Kyosho.
What's the difference between that one and the first mid they came back out with?
I think there's more carbon fiber on it, and obviously the color is different. It's pre-painted. I think there's some differences. Yeah, it's painted, and I think there's differences in some differences on the chassis and the steering. I don't know. I don't know 100%, but I like the color, and I like I always wanted one of those, but
Heath likes the color. He likes that.
Lost steam on buying stuff.
Keith likes that the prototype mint green body.
I bought a 5 whatchamacallit, a crawler motor with a 5. It was the 5 windings instead of 3 slot, 5 slot, 5 slot 20 turn Reedy motor for my crawler. It's got a slightly lower KV than a 35 turn 3 slot, but it's supposed to have better control because it's got more slots, more commutator.
You said slots.
Resolution. So I'll try that.
You don't know what you're going to put that 21 turn I gave you?
Well, I looked that up on Holmes Hobbies, and that's actually a 2200 kV motor.
And it's a crawl. It should have been faster than what it was for a 20 turn. I'll just tell you that right now. Or 21 turn.
21 turn, right?
Yeah, the 21 turn should be a lot faster than that.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I got too many windows open.
I'm gonna pull those jackets out.
Uh-oh, the wifey.
Go ahead.
I had Holmes Hobbies website up here.
You basically could use that as a crawler motor. I mean, it's that slow.
You could, because it's 2200 kV. So
that's what it's equivalent to.
Yeah, it's the same as a
and it's a 3 slot. It's still that slow.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
It's equivalent to a bunch of different motors. Like it's equivalent to a Crawlmaster Expert 540 13 turn least the KV rating is. Or a Torque Master 540/27 turn.
That's supposed to be one of the retro sport ones that they put on a buggies back in the day, and it's nowhere near that type of thing.
Yeah, so the fastest retro sport is a 15 turn, and that is only 2,900 kV. And then the 17 turn is 2,650 kV.
I'll know not to get those then. I had a 15 turn, but I gave it to my friend.
Yeah, the 15 turn would be a little quicker. Well, 700 RPM faster per volt. It's confusing, motors.
So you technically could use that 21 turn as a rock crawler motor for yourself.
Could, if you had, I mean, some people use faster motors. Depends how much gearing you have and what tires you're running. Because I'm running such huge tires on this thing, even though the gearing is like 60-1. I calculated it. It's got pretty good crawl ratio.
But you want then when I put my
Maybe back for more when I get to-
when I put my RZ motor in my Blitzer Beetle, it was like night and day.
Sure.
The RZ motor is quick as hell in my Blitzer Beetle.
Yeah, those are nice. They're fast. It's
They also
weird.
have 20 degrees of timing. That's why they have high torque.
Yeah. It's funny, the KV rating on that is actually like equivalent to the 10.5 turn brushless Tamiya motor, which is like it's around 3,300 kV.
Hey, Dirk. But it only its RPM is 27,500 or something like that.
Yeah, it is. But so if you divide that by 7.2, you'll get it 27,500 divided by 7.2, and that's a high KV rating motor. It can't be right. It says it's 3,800 kV.
It's not
No.
at 27,000 RPM, but it's fast with 27,000 RPM.
Well, if you divide that by 7.2, that's what you get.
And the laydown brushes give you more power because I think they have more contact with the commutator.
I don't believe these KV ratings. They're not quite right.
That's why you buy one of those things that can put the equivalent of the brushed and the brushless together. There's things out there that do that.
Well, like a tester?
Yep.
Yeah, I have one for brushed motors.
Yeah.
But they have one that'll do brushed and brushless.
Sorry, I have one for brushless, but not for brushed.
They have one where it'll do both.
Yeah.
And it tells you the equivalent.
There's a chart, but like I said, you can't go by a chart.
No,
You have to get the one that does both of them, and it'll give you the exact amount.
Yeah, it'll read it. Yeah, because you put the voltage in and you get the RPM out. That's it. You just divide those numbers and get your KV. Divide the RPM by the voltage.
I think with 7.4, I'm sure I'm getting more when it's not under load. I'm sure I'm getting closer to 30. You know what I'm saying?
30 what? 30,000?
I think I'm getting closer to 30,000.
I mean, KV is just RPM per volt. So take the number of volts, multiply it times the KV, where you take the RPMs and divide it by the voltage and you get the KV. So
well, they're talking 7.2 not under load. So I'm thinking a 7.4 is still going to give me more, even not under load.
yeah. So is the KV under load or not?
No, that the 7.2 is not under load.
Right.
But it's still going to be in the 20,000s under load, and even at 7.2.
Yeah. So RZ, does that? I'm thinking that means road, and then TZ Well, BZ must mean buggy, and TZ must mean what? Truck, touring, truck,
But I
touring.
put but the BZ works in any of them.
It does, but the designation must have some meaning.
Well, the RZ, it could be racing.
Hey, Karina?
I thought it
Oh,
would, yeah,
Karina's
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, she's here.
Tell them to make a sheep man. uh,
I think Dirk's the only one in the chat right now. What do you
Yeah.
think?
yeah.
It's so weird. Like we had high views after
Right here.
the last
Frank.
Tamaya talk, but not a lot of people, during the show, but they had like over 200 views since.
How big of a hole? Oh yeah, Tommy gave Karina the MO6 or MO7.
You have only MO6s,
Then it's an MO6.
and she's using it.
We haven't put it together yet, but
Where's the one you have?
You have two MO6s.
my green one? Yeah, I got two MO6s. Yes.
And she's
What
using
is
one
it?
of them.
What's it
What's
set
that
up
thing?
as? What's it set up as right now?
It's a long base Volkswagen common
Beetle?
gear.
Common
Common
gear.
gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he has the Alpine, which is medium.
Yeah,
I
and
saw you
that's
put-
some like James Bond.
It's
I
the
saw
Alpine.
an old video of you putting truck tires on one of those. I don't know why I saw
On
that.
the MO6?
It looked like it.
Was it a Beetle? Volkswagen Beetle?
I don't know. It was a gray monocoque.
You're talking about the MF01X.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that's the Volkswagen. I made it into two-wheel drive.
I can't keep track of any of those designations.
Put some. What? You're king of Tamaya. What are you talking
No,
about?
not
Yes, sir.
certain ones I know a little bit about. Not a huge M chassis expert.
All this time, I thought you were the
No,
master.
Brad has that. Brad knows all those.
Yeah, I know Brad knows that, but I thought you were at least a black belt.
I'm next Don.
Yeah, you're the Don.
I'm a yellow belt in
No.
touring cars.
Well, I'm a white belt in all Tamaya.
I'd like to know how they're going to run the BT01s if they're going to run them with the four-wheel drive T2s.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
The BT01. You said you'd like the BT01 where you can make it rear wheel, front wheel.
Oh yeah, that's not that can't
I would like
four-wheel
to.
drive,
I'm hoping
though.
they'll race them against the TT01s and TT02s.
You're not stoned, are you, Nate?
No.
I thought you were.
No, but I would like to see them racing them. I would like them to still be able to race with that class. It is still a touring car.
Yeah, but do they mix classes like with front wheel, rear wheel, all wheel? Is there like a class
Yes, they do that too. They do that with definitely in the M chassis. They do.
like when they race? That's a thing. You can race different.
The M chassis can be raced with the rear and front wheel drives.
Yeah, but all together.
Yes.
Okay.
You're just messing with us, Nathan. You know all that stuff.
No. I know.
Well, test comes up next week, so you better start learning.
You know, I had an FF01 and I loved it. All the FF chassis came with ball dips. All of them came with ball dips.
John's got something going on over there.
Yeah.
People are thinking they're going to break with the BT01s. They think they're going to be using that body again for the front wheel drive version of it for the Renault Clio.
I'm sculpting my first dead tree. So
Did they say when they're coming out with that chassis?
No, I don't know yet. Do you think you can find out? Maybe they have new information that they haven't shown yet.
I'll check. What the heck is that?
It's a tree. It's a
Oh, I
dead
thought it
tree.
was like the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of looking like that. There's a lot, I think.
I have a feeling it's going to come out around the same time as.
It'll look better when it's, you know, when it's really at where it's supposed to be.
Did
I think that,
anybody talk about it on the shows?
Does this look like a
yeah,
tree?
yeah, they've talked about that it's coming out, but they never said when it's coming.
It's a little too rounded.
Tamaya blog. Let's see.
You mean here? Yeah, but I ain't
Tamaya
got no.
blog.
I ain't got no more smaller leaves. I mean, things to put in here. You know.
I swear they're probably working on a similar thing for 4-wheel drive to have a front motor or.
I can
For
fix it with.
the motor.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm gonna fix it with
hard
some
to.
wet
It's
and
hard
dry
to
clay too. I
understand
can bond. It'll
how
bond with
many
that.
like different configurations they can actually come up with.
I need to get some smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah, I got to get some smaller
Get
wire. Wire I got is this big, and it doesn't. It's not going to be. Need to put a couple more branches out here so it won't look like the thing.
You got to put some eyeballs on it.
Yeah. Well, Karina's going to make me a little owl. Gonna go in
He
there.
needs to make a sheep man.
So, yeah, so the top force is going to be in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
This the green one.
I wonder if I can use
Then
copper.
TT01E Audi A4. I guess they're coming out with that too.
What's it called?
The Audi A4 Racing TT01 Type E.
Do you guys know what happens if copper gets hot?
Copper?
Yeah.
It
I
melts.
mean, it'll melt.
It's hot enough.
Could melt. Could give off noxious fumes.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
gonna cook it.
The copper, when it burns, it turns green. You see green flame.
Yeah, but I need some support on this clay. So instead of using just wire, I ain't got no smaller wire. I was gonna use copper.
You ain't got none.
I ain't got none. I know that's
You're
really.
gonna have to show me the picture of the A4. That sounds like a new one to me.
I can share my screen.
Yes, please.
Can you
All
do
right.
that? I thought you weren't.
I gotta see how.
I thought you were only a fucking yellow belt. Yellow belts don't know how to share screens.
I'm slow tonight, but I found
That's new to hear, but I haven't seen anybody talk about that on YouTube yet. That body.
Can you see?
I can see it say Nate starting to. Oh, they have the Celica. I know the Celica's coming out.
So this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one. That is an A4. I know that body.
Yep.
I like that one.
And that's a TT01. TT01. There's the one.
They say how much.
Man.
They say how much the top force is going to go for this time around. See, Keith, there you like that. It's green. You like that. I know you do, Keith.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a nice buggy.
You like that green color, don't you?
No, I like that
Pictures
red
of
inside the
old
hub.
broken tree.
You like the
Yeah.
red inside the hub?
That's the same hub as the Hot Shot.
Yeah.
I put alloy on mine.
I think the top force comes with fiber reinforced plastic, so it's a different plastic they put on it. And then the other one, the Evo comes with carbon.
Maybe. What else is here?
squash van.
Yep.
Did they say how much that's going for?
They don't say anything. They just show it. This is a weird TamayaBlog.com. I haven't been really looking here much.
Yeah, that Celica's
Celica.
coming back out again.
ETO2.
There's the BTO1,
Yep.
and they don't say how much it's going to go for.
No.
No, none of these things say anything.
No. They just show
I
pictures.
haven't heard them say a thing.
I bet you the Hot Shot 2 will be less than the Super Hot Shot.
Well, it's got one less shock.
Yeah, so they're going to charge a little less.
Maybe. See, those are the oval blocks.
Yeah, and it's on that car too.
Yeah, see, what the way they did this is they put the shocks in front, and that was a mount for the rear heat sway bar. So they eliminated the rear sway bar on this one, but kept the front sway bar. And on the Super Shot, they did the opposite.
Yeah.
It's weird because they put the shocks behind the axle on the Super Shot, right?
So this is probably their train of thought. It's the same chassis, just with different suspension setups. So therefore, they will handle differently. They will have different territories.
I think they just did it, and they had no choice. They had to eliminate the rear sway bar to do that.
But I could see them. They're all going to handle differently than each other.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Pictures of cars falling.
But this door, this aluminum door here, that's new on the re-releases. I don't believe they.
No,
had
I have my super hot shot has that.
The original or the re-read.
I forgot if it was on my original.
They might have done it on that one, but
the re-releases. But you know
original,
what? That kind of works as a heat sink.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I think it's mainly to get in there instead of taking the whole chassis apart to get your electronics.
But they got that canopy everybody wants.
Yes. So does your Super Shot, are the shocks in front or behind the rear axle? The rear axle.
It's behind.
Yeah. So they could fit the sway bar back on there.
Trees falling on cars and junk.
Because that's got a rear sway bar, right?
Sure you don't see a sway bar on there?
There's no sway bar on here. Nope.
And the Hot Shot has it on both because of the two shocks.
Right. Yep.
I bet you that goes for around $220.
Yeah, I think you can get the Hot Shot 1 for around that now too.
I think the Hot Shot 1 is going to be cheaper than the Hot Shot 2.
Well, the Hot Shot 1 actually has metal dampers inside those housings, which is interesting.
I would like to have the whole Hot Shot series.
Me too.
Even the Blockhead. I know people don't like it, but I would like to have that too.
Yeah, I would like to have everything.
You know, the Blockhead version actually has a different blue color than the Wild One's color. The Wild One's color blue is different.
I think they should do a Blockhead edition Blackfoot.
They should do a Blockhead version of all their vehicles. What are you talking about?
Call it a Blockfoot.
The Blockfoot.
Or a Blackhead.
Blackhead. They should do a Blockhead version of all their buggies.
Yeah.
But they should stop using the blue and go to something else, like the reds.
Yeah.
Or even going into yellow.
Yeah, I don't know the whole philosophy behind Blockhead motors, honestly.
What?
Do you?
Well, the guy that they that did who started the Blockheads.
No, I was just.
You got a container there.
Uses different colors for their thing, and they have different things on it. He's a graphic artist.
Yeah.
So he does different graphics for them.
He's graphic. Brad, you need a Tamiya hat.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They sent me that in an email. No, you do. I see you wearing that hat. And John, I can see John wearing that hat.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Being a blockhead.
Yeah, it's true. I was looking at Tamiya based shocks. They don't have all the shocks on there.
Oh yeah, the high caps, the big bores, the
So
big,
they don't have the new TTO2B shocks listed in the damper section. They have the old DFO3 ones, but those are discontinued.
I really would like an XR311 so bad.
These are discontinued right here.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, because they replaced them with these ones. Where the hell are we? Right here. These are the ones they replaced them with.
Oh,
Actually,
because when they come out with more TRF stuff, if they ever do that again, they'll come out with those again.
well, they still sell the TRF aeration dampers, which I have a few sets of.
Yes, there's the aeration dampers I forgot about.
Chewy.
Chewy the buoy.
But what's interesting is they have the high caps and they have the big bore TRFs, and these are the aeration.
And the shocks that are on the BBX are different too.
Yeah, they don't show those. They don't. Let's see. These are the high caps here, the original high caps, and then these are the sleeved. They look like high caps, but they're sleeved with Teflon inside, and those were on
the fluorine is what they call it.
Yeah, those are on the Terra.
You know, believe it or not, the higher end dampers,
Dynastorm and Dynablaster.
That the higher end dampers that Tamiya makes are really good.
The Dynabrads.
The Dynabrads. Yeah.
What up?
Storm.
Hey, Jason.
What's up?
What going from?
What's good?
Hello.
Hey,
Chilling, man. How y'all doing, man?
Good.
Trying to relax, man. Trying to cool off. Just got finished going at it with the kids, roasting them because they were acting up.
Yeah,
I don't know how that goes.
Hey, Jason, I did a video of running the Gorgon.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch it then. You know I'm gonna go watch that.
Can't see too much of it though.
How'd you like it though?
I think it handles well. I mean, it's not as tippy as people think it is.
No, I'm not even close.
It does have tip factor, but it's not as bad. It squats when it runs.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear the gears. Did you put grease on those?
Yep.
Okay.
I put lithium in. I squirted lithium all in here.
Be careful with too much grease in there with that slipper.
Oh, I didn't put anything on. I didn't put anything.
You talking about on the diff gears?
Yeah, the
on
diff
the internal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You need something in there. For sure.
Even though it comes with a almost a thumbnail size of grease that came with.
Yeah, a little tiny bit. They always put a little, or sometimes they don't put enough at all. Really.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Everybody chilling? All good?
Yeah, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
And relaxing. Trying to take it easy as I can.
At least not in the hospital, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad that's going on for you. Not in the hospital.
I don't know. Did you see last week? I don't know if you watched anything. There's a new BT01 Tamiya chassis coming out where you can make it front wheel or rear wheel like a MB.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
I don't really follow a lot of the Tamiya stuff like that closely, but I'll definitely check it out just to see what it is. Y'all pulled it up earlier.
They have the 90s. They usually the first body it's going to be on that chassis is going to be the Supra, and it's going to be rear wheel drive. You can make that's where you make that
the new Supra body.
Yeah, the 90s.
The 90s. Okay.
Yeah, and the BT01 is going to have that as its first body.
I can share it again.
Have it as rear wheel drive. the rear motor.
Back over here, I had to grab me a beer. I saw Guru drinking something, so I was like, let me sip something with him.
Yeah, well,
Pop.
there. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
yes, some pop.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's the
That's not bad.
That could be front mounted motor or rear mounted motor. Just like the MB-01, but touring car size.
All right.
That looks kind of interesting. Oh, so that's like a Gen 2 super body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to know something? But now it's on the proper chassis. It's a rear-wheel drive car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when and the weird thing is, you flip it around backwards to run it in front-wheel drive mode. Hold on. Those are the two chassis layouts.
Okay, I get it now. Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a module, like you just flip the piece around with everything.
You just turn it backwards and you move the bumper and some steering linkage and stuff, you know.
The steering linkage is shorter with the front wheel.
And then the chassis extends telescopes back and forth for different wheelbases.
Ah, that's cool. Something different. Yeah, add a little flavor to the whole
Now the
chassis layout there.
Now the bodies from the cars that are on the TT02s that are normally rear-wheel drive car can now have rear-wheel drive, like they're supposed to. It makes it more realistic for the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Like, that's innovative. That's pretty cool.
That's what they did with the MB-01. They did this similar thing too with M chassis.
I always like that model of the Super too. That body style, love it.
Yeah. What years is that? I can't remember.
96, 97?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Oh, wait. 1993.
3 to like 6 or something like that, or 8, something like that.
That body.
I think the years they made that body or something like that.
That body stayed until 2000, and then they stopped making.
2000?
Yep. That body was on in 2000, and they stopped making.
I remember seeing those driving around like.
Yeah, I got a few friends that still have them to this day, man. They're sick cars. Very cool, just a different look.
Some people
put a lot of room in the back seat, though, huh?
There ain't nothing back there.
Some people put thousands of horsepower in that car.
Heck yeah.
What is this? TRF.
Optional parts. That's a TRF optional for the 420.
What is it though? Like
420X. I don't know exactly. Looks like some
type of diff holders. I think that's you can because it's belt.
The diff holders are
so you can
compatible.
tension the diff with the belt.
Oh,
cups.
Okay.
Diff cups.
I see.
Suitable for any using the TRF. It said shocks. I thought it was a shock body thing.
Oh, where am I?
You're on Earth, motherfucker.
I can't get back. It's behind the freaking. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna stop sharing this because can't get to it. Anybody else got anything to discuss?
Nothing crazy. I jumped on what's his name stuff with John yesterday. Outback Jack, and he wanted to show everybody like what's new with your RCs and all that.
Yeah.
So I got on there and showed him I got that Granite Grom.
Oh, you got one too?
That little sucker is fun, man.
Yeah,
it's fun. You got one too, Guru?
Yeah, today.
Word up. Is that the short you was asking me if I saw? Because I didn't see that one. I saw the one where you was building some stuff at like a convention or something.
I dropped it in the WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. You dropped it in there. I'll check it out.
I just found your page or your site and looked at it. Showing in the back of your truck.
I mean, they said it was supposed to be 20 plus, but people are getting 19 out of it. But that's pretty good for an 18 scale.
So did you?
Yeah, ain't bad at all. Sergeant? Oh yeah, I got a video on my page already bashing at a skate park when I was out there in Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, the day before I left, I finally got out there. I had some time to like just by myself to just go do something. So I was like, you know what? Let me go.
It's
Let me
too
go
bad.
run this thing real quick.
It's still too bad you couldn't drive up here before you left.
Yeah, man, that's a long trip too. I
That's
couldn't
a
make the
lot.
government pay that much
That's
gas
like
fees.
5 hours.
Yep. One day, Brad. One day.
How far are you from where they had that train derailment? Was that East Palestine? East
Yeah,
Palestine?
East Palestine. Yes.
Ain't that like ain't that like Western, Northwestern?
It's Eastern. It's more like mid
Yeah.
Eastern.
It's Eastern.
Oh,
It's
Eastern.
towards
Okay.
towards Connecticut or towards Pennsylvania,
Okay.
right?
Yes, it's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
near
you're
the
right.
Pennsylvania border. It's anywhere between 60 and 80 miles from me.
Ain't far at all. Shit.
No, that's not far.
It's around. You go towards Youngstown, and I think they're not far from Youngstown.
Dude, that was one of the scariest things I've ever seen with the chemicals just
Shit
everywhere.
is crazy, man.
I seen
I
a
don't know.
seen a
There ain't
train.
no way you can. There ain't no way you can truly mitigate all that stuff either, man. It's
No.
gonna be there for a long time.
Between what was that town we used to go to? I'll have to think of it. But between Hutto and this other town, I had a train derailment. I seen the
It's pretty
train
common.
all fucked up,
I never.
but
They
I
actually
didn't
are more than
see it.
people think they are.
Yeah.
It's just not like there's not a lot that get reported with these kinds of chemicals that are dropping in them or massive amounts of oil or something like that that they get reported. They be
Yeah,
keeping that
this was
stuff under
like
wraps.
a dirt train.
This is the age of the internet, though. Everybody can fly a drone up in the air and live stream it, and
Yeah.
everybody's going to hear about it because it spreads on every social media. So it's easier for that stuff to spread, so people can find out. Which I think I kind of like that, but it keeps people more honest about things they can't get away with so much, as far as like covering things up.
Yeah, but they have ways of misconstruing information. So just like in Running Man, they can re-edit anything and make it mean anything, you know?
There you go, Guru. Which color you got? The blue one?
The Running Man.
Yeah, the red, white, and blue one.
There
You
go.
got the red, white, and black.
Yeah, I was torn between
That's
the
the
two of
color I
those.
would
I
have
was like,
gotten. I would have gotten Jason's color.
man, like I don't know which one I want to get because they had what is it, green? They got a black, white, and green, right?
Yeah.
Then they got that blue one. Then they got this one, and that's it, right? Just three colors.
See it, Sarge?
Keith would have wanted the black and green one.
Oh, the mini one. Yeah, they got some of them at Hobby Shop. It was
So
like
you
I was surprised.
160
These dudes
bucks.
had nah.
Right?
You happy with the brushed motor?
It's a
It didn't
brush
come out to
motor.
160. No, it didn't come out to 160. They're like 139.
Oh, okay.
Well, after a
It
little
was
bit of taxes, you might be at like 140. You might be at like 140 after it. 140
trust me,
something.
I know.
No,
I know.
it was 129 with tax. So yeah, it was
There you
about
go.
139.
I
go.
could see Jason putting a brushless system.
Oh yeah, this gonna get brushed. It's gonna get brushless in it eventually. I'm gonna leave it as it is for right now, though.
It comes with
actually
a
like it.
battery and everything, or no?
Yeah, it comes with a 2S.
So what'd you think of the power of that motor?
It's actually pretty decent because it's a little 380 motor, and for the size of the truck, it's not overly heavy. So this thing pushes it pretty good. I was running through the grass. I was jumping off the quarter pipe at the skate park, and it was taking everything. No problem.
That's cool.
Good air control and everything.
It's got nice weight to it. Do you think it's as heavy as the ground?
It's well balanced. This little Grom is well balanced.
I mean, do you think it's heavy as the Gorgon?
Oh, not even close. Not even close. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but not even close to the Gorgon. Gorgon's still a lot heavier.
Especially with the nickel metal hydride battery. That's probably weighs as much as that whole rig.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm waiting for, the Gorgon.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first picked this up how much weight it actually had to it. But it's super sturdy, like it's stout.
Yeah.
And the way this little chassis is designed, it's super it's rigid, but it's got that little bit of flex that it needs. Like the chassis flaps are nice on it. It holds up to everything.
What are you gonna brushless 380 system you gonna put in it?
I'm gonna probably just throw one of them cheap Ghoul RCs in there. Easy swap out.
What are you
Is
gonna
it
put a
just
4,000 kV in it?
I can't remember what KV it was that I put in. I'll probably put the same, maybe a similar system to what I put in this JRX2 or JRXT. I mean, I can't remember the KV on here because I can't read it because
The
it's on the back side
JRXT is
over
a smaller
here.
motor.
Yeah, that's a 370 in that.
Yeah, but what I put a brushless on here though. I put a Google RC system in it, but I can't remember which size I did as far as the KV.
You could put the KV from you can put a brushless system from
KV is this
Hobby
damn.
Wing in it. I think they have a 380 brushless.
What do you look up to
Good
find
looks
that
for
kit?
rocks. Tree's gonna be just like that. I'm not.
To find this thing.
Yeah.
I might have to get
No,
some
the
wires and
brushless
put
kit.
a couple of more.
I'm about to look it up right now. I have. I'll just check my
But
Amazon.
this is gonna be
purchases.
on the car. I could smash the window.
You saw monkey?
I'm doing a diorama with somebody, making
Oh,
a
nice.
tree out of clay, and
There it goes.
118.
I use a Ghoul RC
huh?
4800 kV.
Yeah, I'll feed him.
So that's like 30, 25, 30 bucks.
Yeah, right now it's 10% off for $26.99.
Good night.
Yeah,
Comes
but
with
you're
a
gonna
little
you want the
ESCM
380.
motor.
You want the 380, not the 370. So
25
This
amps, 480
is-
kV. So
We're still
116
live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still live.
Tammy's all over the place today.
Yeah, these are cheap to
No.
buy to pick up these.
I don't
more
even know
expensive.
I don't even know what size this can is, to be honest. It doesn't even say
Yeah.
like what it equivalents.
What's nice
to.
about the drivetrain? Nice
20,
about in the
24,
garage, nice about the
35,
drivetrain, a
28,
lot
38.
of it's metal.
The one I have is a 2435.
Okay.
The Grom has,
Yeah, that's the Ghoul.
but
Yeah, and it's a 4300 kV. What does it say on here?
This one says 40. I see 48. I see 72.
48. Yeah, it's 4800. The one I have.
hey, you put a 380, 480,
Okay, I put
800
that.
in it?
I put that in this thing. And this thing with just that little brushless motor in there on this 2-wheel drive, this thing rips.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't speed tested it, but it goes much faster than the stock brush
The
motor.
the Grom at least has metal gears.
Yeah, I throw a little brushless in this thing. This thing gonna be crazy. I'm kind of iffy if I even want to do that.
It was somebody at the hobby shop about to do
Already
it.
did it. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
Did he say what he's gonna put in it?
he had that little. He had a little. Looked like it was something from Spectrum.
I ain't seen no small spectrum systems like that.
Did he tell you
Well,
what KV was going to be?
Actually, you know, they do have something. I think I did look that up. Like a Spectrum 18 scale system.
He sounds like John. She sounds like
Oh yeah, they do
Rob
have
Zombie. Welcome
it.
to the Earth,
They got
motherfucker.
Spectrum got
Tomorrow.
a firma. They got a firma like
Tell her to
doing
say
two
tomorrow,
new
John.
ones.
I didn't know Spectrum made a 380 brushless system.
What is this? Yeah, they got one of them 2-in-1 joints. Yeah, so this will fit this because it's built for stuff like the Mini T and Mini B or the Mini JRX2.
Yeah, but
fit
you
right
want to keep the torque up higher, so you're going to want to still put a 380 in there.
This is 6,000 kV. This thing will rip.
6,000? Oh,
It's 6,000 kV, but it's 280 size, they say on here.
Yeah,
so yeah, you want something a little bigger than that. But it says it's built for 1/16 and 1/18.
Yeah, but the Grom is on the heavier side. I wouldn't put it in there.
it's 280, you said? That's so. You
Yeah,
have a
it says it's a
380.
280 size. Yeah. So I mean, it'll still bolt up, but I mean, the power that you're gonna get out of it still push this thing.
Mm.
I'd gear it down. You changed opinion on that?
Not yet.
22.
So
I think it's
let me
like
see what else.
23 or 22.
They
What
have
is it?
something else out here though. They have a. No, this is for no prep. They got another small system. I saw it. Maybe it's this one. Nope, that's a rock crawler system.
So I know there's the hobby wing system's like $50.
Yeah, see, I'm probably gonna go that route. I've had good
Is
experiences
that
with the little
380?
hobby
Is that a
wing stuff.
380 size, John? Is
What's that?
that the 380 size?
It's 116, 118. And they make one of them's like a 7,000, and the other one I can't remember what it is like.
I'm searching it right now. One hobby wing 1/18 brushless combo.
Because I'm wondering if
$50.
it's I wonder if it's a 380.
Man, you get the motor, you get a program card, and you get the ESC. That's a
Yep.
good deal for $50.
What size motor?
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see what this is.
It's probably 3S capable too.
Safety stuff.
No, it's only two.
disclaimers. Yeah,
Oh.
2S Max. 7,800 kV though, man.
Yeah.
That'll push the crap out of this thing.
Yeah,
you still don't know
I have one of them. Yeah.
You still don't
But
know if it's
the whole thing is you got to worry about the gearing
Yeah.
because it heats up fast.
hmm
yeah, but you got to have a 380 size.
Right. If it's a 380 system, it's a 380 size.
I didn't hear it say someone say 380 system. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
It says 18 scale, so it's size for this size of the vehicle. So it should be in that 380 range, somewhere in there. I don't see
I got
anything
a
else on here as far
16
as info.
BL30 quick run. 16 BL30, you can run 2 or 3S.
Mm.
What car you have in your hand there, Nate?
Oh, that's the Reflex 14B. This
That's a cool
thing
little
is
buggy.
They just
You
came out
really
you
with
do like
fast.
any like indoor track stuff or something with that?
I haven't done
It looks
hardly
like
any. I
it'd be
bought it for my
it
daughter,
looks
and
like
she
it'd be
never
really
used it.
good for that.
I upgraded the ESC from the stock one because it's the same ESC, but
they
the
just revised
associated
it.
one you couldn't program it, and it was nerfed. So I bought the real one, and it's way faster.
I heard they just came out with it again and they revised it.
They fixed the
Okay,
ESC.
so here we go.
Well, that's
I
good.
just typed in 380 size brushless combo, and I found some Google IRC stuff. 2850 kV system, 120 amp. That's a
Google.
long motor though. That can. I don't think that would fit in here super long. But I found another one that's 7200 kV, 25 amp ESC, ideal to fit stuff like Latrax Teton and other 1/8 scale monster truck style. That Teton is a monster truck style.
They make a truggy version of this too.
Mm. I think that'll work. $34. Ain't bad.
I gotta run this thing.
When did you get that?
2 years ago.
It runs over 30 miles an hour stock. I think it does.
Yeah, but it's not. That ESC was no good.
I have a better. That means the WL had a better ESC for the brush version.
This one's a 2S as well.
So it's 11:30. Do we want to
Yeah, no one's in
say
the
goodbye?
chat. Yeah, no one's in the chat, so maybe we should just go. No one's in the chat.
Who has the power again? I forgot.
Nate has the power.
Huh?
I am the
Oh, make sure you don't shut off everything.
No, I'm just gonna stop live stream.
I heard Kurt did that the other day, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did that the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He hopped in the WhatsApp and was like, "My bad."
Just turn it off because there's no one in the chat to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
Well, you can say goodbye to the live people. Bye, live
Yeah.
people.
Bye.
Well,
Later.
Bye, live
If
people.
If anybody's in here
anybody's watching,
yeah.
take care.
for
Thank
hanging out,
you.
y'all.
Yeah,
Brad,
thank
you gonna break
Hit
some
that
stuff?
thumbs up if you rewatch
What?
this.
Brad, you gonna
Yeah,
break
Brad,
some
go out,
parts?
get out there and break that
No,
Gorgon.
I don't want to.
No?
Keep your hamster smiling.
Yeah.